Safe ways to store your rare books, according to me, a rare book dealer. For the most part, 20th century books only need an archival mylar sleeve on the dust jacket, and that's the best thing. You can put on your shelf as long as your shelf isn't in direct sunlight, because sunlight can damage the books. Otherwise, a place that has mid-level humidity, not too humid, not too dry, not in direct sunlight, and a mylar jacket. For example, this copy of The Outsiders has a mylar sleeve on it. I will show you a video later about how to put on these mylar sleeves. That's just the plastic here that we have added custom to this particular dust jacket. And this keeps it from getting a lot of incidental wear, clothes tears, bumps, bruises, all of that. This archival, and it needs to be archival mylar, is what we use in order to do that. If you have a paperback, you won't necessarily use a sleeve exactly like this. Instead, some people like these bags. These bags are also available from library supply stores. You also need to look for the word archival. It should always say archival. I personally don't like using these very much because I like to look at my books, which means I'm taking them in and out of the sleeves a lot. And these can get little nicks and things along the sides of your books if you are taking them in and out quite a bit like that. So they're not personally for me, but I do know that some people like them. If you have an earlier book that doesn't have a dust jacket, you still might want that mylar sleeve in some other form. It's just slightly different. It doesn't fold over in the way that the mylar sleeve's done. Instead, it's just kind of a wrap around. And this protects a lot of books that are 19th century cloth bindings. For leather, you don't even need those. And in fact, you mostly shouldn't use them for leather because the contact between the mylar and the leather tends to make it very slippery. So it's easy for the book to actually slip right out of the sleeve. So leave your leather books alone. Leather is a very sturdy substance. Those are meant to be left on the shelf as they are. They don't need any extra covering like this. But maybe you want something a little bit fancier or you have something more fragile. Here's an example. This is the Pat the Bunny first edition in its original box, and that box could easily get crushed on a shelf. We don't want that to happen. So we've just put it in an archival box that you can get again at a library supply store like Gaylord, and you can buy these in sizes that allow you to move them up and down according to measurements, or you can buy them in standard sizes. And this is the type of thing that you'll see in special collections libraries as well. Use this as an archival box solution for your more fragile items. If it's a more expensive item, you may want to go whole hog and actually get a custom clamshell box made. For example, this copy of The Stranger by Camus, this is the first American edition, and it has not only its custom clamshell box, but when we open it, you see that the dust jacket also has that shininess. It's got its mylar sleeve as well. So the mylar sleeve, and then it goes in its custom box and goes on the shelf looking like a leather-bound book.